Hello. So let's jump right into this. First things first, let's go to 6 a.m. pre-New York. So we're gonna go to pre-New York, which is 6 a.m. EST, and we'll start at the daily chart. So let's assess the daily, and when we go to 6 a.m. EST, we are going to just play this. Okay, so also going to make this a little bit faster, and let's just assess the market for a couple minutes here. So right here we're breaking a low. Price action wise, breaking a low would give us momentum, but let's kind of zoom out and kind of see where we're at as a whole. As a whole, it looks like we just broke above this top. Breaking above this top, we are now coming back to this top, and there's this level of resistance. So we broke above this top, and now we're coming back. So if we zoom in a bit more, we can see here that a level of support was created. So that might give us a little bit of trouble. That might give us a bit of trouble, and we have to like assess these areas in the lower time frames too. So right here, there's that level of support. You can kind of see here at the top, there's like this level of resistance. I don't think we necessarily need to draw it out, but let's zoom in and kind of see what we can see, which is more. So we'll zoom out here, and we'll see here that this level of support is price is approaching this level of support. Right, so this might be a place that price might want to go to, which is 25 pips away, 25 pips away, right? That as it is, I can see this being a level of resistance. We do have another level of support turn resistance here, so this day might be tricky in terms of the buying situation. So let's zoom in and kind of see what this looks like even more. So this is that level of support that I was referring to. Right here is that level of support. And we'll zoom in. So when we zoom in, we're looking at this level right here at a level of resistance, but we have to find out which point. I feel like this entire level right here, this level right here, is like one big zone that price might want to like break above one of these tops and start going to. So we'll have to look at this as a closer picture in the 30-minute. Let's zoom in one more time here. Zoom out. We know that we can see here price in the 30-minute has just broke out of this level of support. So it just broke this level of support. Now we have to ask ourselves, where does price want to go next? So right here we're buying. Let's see what time it is on the simulator. It's 6:30. This is a tricky day. I haven't seen this setup before, so it is Wednesday. I'm more than likely going to stay outside of this trade. I can see here that this is a level of support that was broken, right? So we had price come down, touch these levels, and then it finally broke that level of support and came down in this area. So this might be something of relevance. Breaking out of this area right here, would more than likely allow price to go to the top of this area, right? So that might be something that's looked at, which is like about 10 pips, right? Now that we're kind of like now that we're like breaking above these tops, right, and coming back into this price area, this area of price might move pretty smoothly through this area. I'm not going to take any trades. I'm going to just sit on my hands here. But taking the buy here would more than likely yield like 10, 15 pips. I'm just going to sit on my hands. I'm going to probably be on the simulator for a bit today just to practice, get some practice time in. Start working like an hour and 15 minutes. But what I want to do is just write down, while I just wait for just to see what's going to happen. I want to write down what to like bring into this week that I did good last week, and what not to do. So first we'll start with nots. No, let's start with what to do. We'll start with what to do, right? So one of the things is draw support and resistance HTL to LTL, so higher time frames to lower time frames, and be patient. There's going to be momentum at 8 a.m. So waiting is definitely a strategy. So that's like one, drawing out support and resistance and just being patient. So that's one. Number two, just be disciplined. Last week, like when I would win one trade, I'd be done for the day. Right? And I'd always trail my stop losses. I'm also gonna, before I do what not to do, from last week, I'm also gonna, whoa, price just shot down. That is crazy. That is just, whoa, I guess we broke here and then price retraced. Right here, breaking this low, I wonder what it would yield. This would be my ideal trade. You'd have to like kind of like zoom into the 15 minute and then see that like we broke out of here. And then now price came up, retraced. And just created it broke the low of the previous one, and now you're just taking that down. So in a downtrend, I guess that makes sense. We're in an all-in-all downtrend on the higher time frames. We're breaking that low right there. So in the higher time frames, we are on an overall downtrend. Again, lows being broken here, downtrend. Support being broken here, downtrend, right? So we're in a current downtrend, coming up to a level of support. Right, so selling this right now, I mean, I've been watching it, but I don't want to trade that right now for a couple of reasons. Because if I trade it right now in 8 minutes on the simulator, we're about to get a new candle, about getting a brand new 1 hour candle. So there's no telling where it's going to come to in terms of like a stop loss. I want my stops to be like very, very small. So to win one trade, I'd be done for the day. Show my stop losses. Day by day. So before I go on this list, before I continue on that list, I'm just going to go on to my next page here. I'm just going to write down things that I'm doing well this week. It's only Monday, but it's okay. Actually, technically, there's been a couple days. Things, I'll break it down to you. I'm It's always good to make notes on your improvements and just make notes on what you don't want to do and what you do want to do. So one of the things that I'm doing well this week is closing 50% of my trade while price retraces. Then closing the other 50% at another like 2-3 pips. So in this case, it's like you're like really managing risk. And like in doing these simulator tradings, this is like looking like a really good trade. I think I might actually take this trade if price breaks this low. And I'm anticipating it to go with the 10-20. Okay, so right here, we're about to break this low. If we do, I'm probably going to enter into a sell position. But then there was no retrace at the top here. I wish I had arrows, but right here, there was no retrace. I wonder if it would yield like 10 pips. Is there news today? Probably. Yeah, not really. There's not news in our trading session. So yeah, I've been managing risk very, very well today. I basically finished today, so I'll put this as number 2 actually, today at break even. So as well as when I was live trading, I was talking about the 4 situations you want your trading day to end in. So this is 1, small loss, 2, break even, 3, small win, or 4th, big win, right? So this is a very good way to manage risk. Very good way. Okay, so we're breaking the low here. I'm gonna see what would happen if I open up a sell. I'm gonna monitor my trade and use dynamic risk as we start to break lows. So right here, we're kind of like, I'm gonna slow it down just so I can incorporate some skill in here. So right here, we're kind of retracing. We did break the low. I wonder if we're going to continue because we're really breaking lows here, especially in the higher time frames. So if I go to the higher time frames, definitely like very much so. Ooh, but we're at a huge level of support on the higher time frames. That's what you have to take into account sometimes too. Like, are we going to rip through this level of support? Are we going to get to these candles right here? Like if I redraw this, not even redraw it, but just like is price going to get down to like this level? Now that's what we're asking ourselves. It is a possibility because we might want to like, you know, get to these level of wicks. We'll see. Right now we're in 3-4 pips of loss here, so I think I'm gonna close partial, close 50%, and let the rest run. But even as I look at it, I'm still wondering, is there the possibility of price continuing, right? So even when you close 50%, you still want to continue to ask yourself, like, is there the possibility of price like going up to stop me out? So now that I've closed 50%, I'm going to speed it up just to see kind of what happens while I still make notes, manage risk. So I'm going to work on things that I don't want to do. Yeah, so it's what to do, what not to do. What not to do. Keyword is not. You want to try to fix your mistakes ASAP. So this trade's kind of just tithering. Not really looking too good at all. I'm going to close the entire position as it starts to come back up into a bullish kind of candle, and we took a loss, but instead of losing $10, we lost $5.50. So we lost half of what we initially intended to lose. So that's a difference between, like, in terms of lot sizes, that's the difference between $50 and $100. That's the difference between $500 and $1,000. That's the difference between $5,000 and $10,000. So that will be a huge game changer. Or, like, for instance, if I'm trying to get 1,700, that'll be the difference between 1,700 and like $850 or whatever, right? So huge. What not to do? Okay, so first and foremost, I don't want to trade gold. I'll say don't trade gold. I'll say don't. This list of don'ts will be so easy. Overtrade. I'll say 3. Wait for support / resistance to be broken. This has I need to create rules around this, because there's also like impulsive moves that can be caught, like impulsive move trades. I don't trade outside of, let's say, like 6 to 9 a.m. or like 6 to like 10:30, like 10, yeah, like 10. Because we also have that, like at 9:30, we have the NYSE with certain setups. There's certain moves you can catch with the NYSE. So we can extend to like 10, 10:30, something like that, right? But like, don't here, I'll even extend this number 4 to number 5. Don't trade at night unless you're gonna be at break even. So start if so. So if I'm wanting to. So that'll be like something for the future. It's like not now, because right now I'm just looking to treat here, I'll actually go to things to do, like what to do. So treat Forex account like a savings account. So actually, I'll just write points on what I mean by that. So I'm gonna first start with deposit bi-weekly. Grow account by 1 to 2% per day. Right here, I'm actually just going to minimize this. I'm actually going to go to the next day very soon, but I think I'm on a roll with my do's and don'ts. Treat Forex account like savings account, deposit bi-weekly, growth by 1 to 2% per day, and then grow account by 5 to 10% per week. So deposit biweekly is so important, and I have to connect that to 1 to 2 trades per day and 3 to 5 trades per week. All right, so now I'm on a roll in terms of making notes. So in terms of being disciplined, I really have to just stick to my trading plan. My trading plan, let's go over that really quickly. Trading plan is Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. My pair that I'm going to be looking to trade is USD, JPY, and GU. That's the thing with trading plans. I feel like they're supposed to be like gradually fixed and like updated, you know? Like phones get updated, consoles get updated, everything on the planet gets updated. So one of the big things is I feel like a trading plan, if you're a company, your trading plan should be improved. So you have time, pair, strategy, and goal. Your goal is kind of like, what do you want to achieve? What is it that you want to have? That kind of thing. So your strategy is kind of like, when you hit the markets, what kind of setups are you looking for? My trading day is looking like it's done. We're getting 8 a.m. New York session, right? So you're kind of looking at your strategy like a map, kind of, right? It will lead you in terms of where to go, in terms of going in a straight line. Now, if you deter from that straight line, like it'll be harder to trade. It's not impossible, but it's just harder. Sticking to your right pair. That's what I wrote on my my don't list today. Don't trade gold, because gold I traded last week and it made me like overtrade by 1. My goal was 3 to 5, and I overtraded by 1 trade. So that wasn't good. GU is a really good pair to trade as well. Like what I'm gonna start doing is just What I'm gonna start doing is just really starting to, let me go here, go here, go here. Okay, and then find GU. So what it is that I'm going to start to do is trade GU and just map it out more, because this was a perfect idea to be planned above. You can see this candle that actually printed above, which means that people in the market had enough buying power to say that it was going to close above this level of support, or in this level of support, which it did. So then when you zoom in, you can see there's a whole lot of consolidation, but ultimately players in the market kept price up enough to make it close above this area, right? Or something around here, right? So then that's what led to this. I mean, I'm done for the day. I'm not taking any trades. I mean, if I was though, that means it would be like that area right there. All in all, this whole move was, let's see here, the breaking of this candle right here. It's like a 30 pip move. Really good move. So yeah, now we're at 822. Yeah, this was a really shaky day on the simulator, but what I did was I managed risk really well, and instead of losing 100% of my trade, I only lost 50% of my trade, which is really good. If you want to be successful, you have to definitely just follow your trading plan. Closing partial pip, take notes, back test, and just try your best to find as many resources as possible to be successful. And here, I'll just, what day is it today? Today is July 26th, 2021. All right. Let's see. So since we're done this day, I'm actually going to the next day. So here's what I'll do: next bar, next bar, next bar, next bar, next bar, next bar, and I'll go next bar right here as well. And then I'll just 1 hour, and we'll just freeze it there, just so I can really just without really having the market go, just kind of have a look at the market, 1, and 2, just get as much practice as possible. I don't want to be rushing my trades. I think this trade, what I'm going to do is one of two things. The first thing that I'm going to do is just kind of try to wait till 8 a.m. So this is 30 minutes? Yeah, this is 30 minutes. That makes sense. Sorry, bear with me 1 moment. Okay. So one of the things that I'm going to try to do is wait till 8 a.m. on the simulator to trade, as well as the second thing that I'm going to look to try to do is if there's a really great move where it's like breaking out of like this level of support here. Yeah, this is even a stronger level of support. Now, the reason for that is because like we were here at the start and we were breaking lows here, and then price came back and then closed in this area, and now we have price like bouncing off of this. So this is the daily. I mean, we still have a strong level of support right here, so price might want to come down in this area. This area is like a 50 pip gap approximately, and then going to the top. I mean, let's zoom in. Kind of zoom in because there's not much information there. So we have this as an area that price might want to drop down to. It's a level of resistance. I mean, here's a level of resistance right here. Definitely is one. It looks like price is actually going to this area that's 10 pips and then breaking out of that. I mean, even though we have this clutter, we have this clean candle to the left right here, so clean. And it's a 20 pip gap. Let's zoom in and kind of see what's going on there. Let's zoom in and kind of see what's going on there. So yeah, when you zoom in, there's a lot going on. Yeah, so right here we have a level of resistance. Breaking out of this level of resistance, I can see price going to the top of this. We have this mess, but we have this clean candle to the left hand side. If we zoom in again, we're looking for some form of a support, a form of a floor. So price has been trying to break through this. The one time it did, it broke out and then almost instantly came right back into this. So it's like a floor that price wants to come out of, and then price might want to come to this area, which is like 15 pips. Again, we're going to remain very patient in this case. Today is Thursday. What do we have news-wise? News-wise, let's see here. News-wise, we have 9:30 a.m. We have a lot of strong news coming up for the pound at 9:30 a.m. Which, I mean, it's not 8:30 a.m. so that's good. So we zoomed into the lower time frames. Right here again, we have this level of support. Resistance, my apologies. We have that level of resistance, and then we have this level of support that I was referring to, and right below that level of support we have this level of support that price might want to come to. So again, this is like a 10 pip gap. So now we'll just let price play out. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. I don't want to how do you say, I want to, when I'm mapping out the charts, I want to be able to like have price going and moving. I feel like it really trains your mind to see things as they're happening, versus seeing it after it happens. Because seeing something after it happens is so easy, but like calling it before it happens, like price breaking this top and going all the way to that level of resistance to the top there, like being able to call that is just through a lot of practice. So it broke the top there. I wonder if it wants to continue, but it takes a lot of practice, a lot of fortitude, a lot of diligence, you know, and just a lot of patience. So it's breaking the top there. It looks like, based on what was happening on yesterday's in the simulator yesterday, it looks like price is looking to keep on breaking highs. It looks like price wants to continue, as this is a possible stairs, to continue upwards and break this high, and then continue on to maybe this level right here, which if we zoom in, that's this high and then this price level right here, right? So it's being drawn out from the higher time frame to the lower time frame. So breaking this top right here would yield to the top of this candle, which is a very clean candle. But we have to break out of this top first if we did want to do that, right? So now we're here, we're just waiting. I also want to wait around until 8 a.m. on the simulator to take a trade. Just kind of push my mind to that level, push my patience to that level. If I'm able to push my patience to that level like almost every day, then it will transfer to the simulator. Now tomorrow morning, like Tuesday, July 27th, I'm going to be taking a break from the live session because I took 2 trades on Monday. I'm just looking to really stay disciplined. So I'm taking a break tomorrow morning. Not gonna trade. Probably just gonna come back Wednesday. Or what I might do is come on the live on Tuesday. And when I come on the live on Tuesday, just not trade and just maybe do something while I watch the markets, like maybe listen to music, talk. But the main thing is just really not forcing anything, right? So that's something I want to write down. Don't force trades. Don't force trades. So when I was I'll give you an example of what I mean. When I was like trading with like 0.30 with like 30-cent lot sizes, I felt anxious. So like that's one of like the emotions and something that I was feeling inside. I was really anxious. I felt the urge to like need to trade because I felt like I was gonna let me write this down. Felt like I was going to make a lot of money. And that's the thing, like I told myself, I made a recording of myself like a little while ago, like a couple months ago, that you don't make money off of $1,000 account or a $10,000 account. Like at $10,000 you do start making money, but you generally speaking start making money off like, well, sorry about that. Let me rephrase that. At $10,000 you do start making money, but you don't start making money at a $1,000 account. You just make some money, right? So like when I was trading with 30-cent lots, I felt like I was like, that's like over trading, because you're supposed to, based on your balance, you're supposed to use like 10-cent lots per every $1,000, right? So I was using 30-cent lots at a $1,000 balance, and it was just ridiculous. I was just over trading at its finest, and it was just not needed. But now what I'm doing now is I'm just looking to take 3 to 5 trades per day in my trading session, 6:30 to 9 a.m. EST, or 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. EST, and just looking for some level of calmness. Now, as you can see, there's like while I'm talking, there's a lot going on, a lot of ups and downs, ups and downs. It does look like it's creating stairs. For instance, higher high, higher high, higher lows, support being respected, higher low, now higher high. Maybe it's going to respect this higher low and continue to create higher high, maybe. But that's what it's doing right now. But it's a whole lot of mess, and we're in mess, so like I'm staying away from it. Maybe breaking below this level would yield, but if you break below that level, like if you notice there's all of this going on, it's a whole lot of right, even down to this level, and then right past that level you have like 4 pips right here, 5 pips. It's just awful. And telling myself to not trade until like 8 a.m., so another hour on the simulator, like price can potentially go to that level, like this level right here, potentially. To even make it more construct for myself, I'll even just come and draw lines where I kind of want price to break out of. This would be like a really intraday move, but there's the possibility that it might break that low and yield like 10, 20 pips. But yeah, so what I was saying also on my live is each and every day, look to secure 10 pips or 12 pips. There's going to be days when there's like 30 pip runs, 50 pip runs, 80 pip runs, 100 pip runs. There's going to be those days, but you want your runners to do that. You want to have a big enough balance to say to yourself, okay, well, this is like a normal trade for me right now. And then you want to increase your balance, your capital, to say that your normal trade, you can drop double that. So when you get 10 pips on one, you just take out 50% and you let whatever you're comfortable with now like run. But in order to get there, you really have to increase your capital. You have to be depositing bi-weekly. That's what I'm going to be doing for the foreseeable future, and just looking to build my account to a place where I'm comfortable with it, and just continue to keep growing it and growing it. I feel like a Forex account is like, like maybe like building a building. Like you have your foundation, you've probably had to make a lot of trading plans, or maybe you have none and it's really hard to build that building. But once you get the trading plan, you have your foundation, you can start to like bring people on board and start helping and building. And building a building by yourself would probably take 100 years, but building it with 50, 60, 70 people would probably take like 3-4 months. No, whoa, sorry, 5 years. 5 years. Whoa, I got distracted. Like 5, 6, 7, 8 years, right? So it's a big difference in terms of like by being on your own. And that's what I'm looking to do. Just look towards creating some formation and foundation now, so that when I want to become bigger and bigger and bigger, there's value that I'm giving out. And like truthfully, especially in the field that I'm in, like in the banking industry and the accounting industry, that's where I work. I'm definitely looking to save up, build my account size, continue to grow, and just continue to find ways to, not only for myself to learn, but for other people to learn as well. Like I want it to be really, really transferable in terms of the skills that I'm learning now and for the foreseeable future. price did sell below this point for about 12 pips, 13 pips, about 11, actually, sorry, about 12 pips, when it broke this low here. So you could have definitely caught 10 pips there. But now that the 8 a.m. candle's coming, looks like price is now going in its quote-unquote true direction. Breaking this top here, a buy is probably relevant. Breaking this top here, a buy was probably relevant, to be honest. But then it's a little risky because we have another like hour candle coming soon, right?
Work silos?
Bear with me.
They're everywhere.
Okay, well, I'm back. Sorry about that. So we're about to get the 8 a.m. candle right now. Price, whenever price you see candles printing like side by side, you kind of want to stay away, because you don't know what's gonna happen, right? So you stay away. You just sit on your hands. You just chill out. And then we have the new 8 a.m. candle coming very soon. Boom, there it is. So I've accomplished one of my goals that I wanted to trade at 8 a.m. today on the simulator. Let's see if a trade will become relevant. This looks like it's a wick down to then continue up, but I mean, it's a little risky, so we'll have to definitely just wait it out. Be right back. So as this just ranges and does nothing, I'm just gonna go over my notes that I just wrote. Let's read them out. Let me see here. Okay, so then I gave my trade a second chance, or kept the same bias. I don't want to just be like changing my, I don't want to say, okay, because this was a sell, this is a buy, and then this is a sell again. I just want to have 1 to 2 trades per day, and possibly if I lose one, give my second trade a try. So I haven't traded anything at this point in time. This alarm will go off soon, actually. Man, we are just totally ranging. I think the move would have been here as we broke lows, because we were creating so much of a stairs, and then we started to break lows. So this support was created, and I feel like definitely was created here and here, and then as soon as it broke support, this was one of the trades. And then if you look as well, there's also some levels of support right here. So right here to the bottom here. So you can say price might buy anywhere in this area, and then place a buy right here with a stop loss of 10, 5, 6 pips, and then let it just ride, and it did. And you could say that as well. That's a possibility. But I mean, you kind of want to I don't know. This was a really good trade. Intraday move, 10 pips. This one would have been botched, because you're just you're calling a bottom. Another thing I don't want to do at all is call bottoms or tops. So right here, we're just entering 818 on the simulator. Price is really just ranging. Nothing's really coming of this Thursday. So I think we might have to go to the Friday before I wrap up here for the day. But yeah, definitely simulator trading and back testing will make it so that I'm more comfortable in the market and just a lot more smooth in terms of market momentum. There still is going to be market manipulation that I can't really forecast and foresee, and that's why like placing a stop loss, one, is important, but two, just having dynamic risk in the sense of like being able to close 50%, being able to like put back on a position if necessary, that kind of thing. Like and all that stuff I'm gonna learn. That's learned in like simulator trading and backtesting. So this range, it might just be it might be because at the NYSE, the New York Stock Exchange open. Um, okay, there it is. Sorry, bear with me. It might just be because at 9:30, like in an hour on the simulator, we have this news, which is high impact. Carney speaks. Carney speaks, right? And we have medium news at the same time as well, right? So there's a lot of high impact. There's a lot of high impact news coming into the market, and about an hour on the simulator. So that's why that could be the reason for the ranging. But even when those moves are happening, you have these intraday moves that are really smooth and really nice, like just break of support. You get in, just take your pips, move stop loss to break even, take profits 10 pips. Now this market is still not tradable because there's just a lot going on. This might be considered a retrace in order for a price to continue up, but then you want to trade in such a way that like the previous candle is in the direction that you're going. Right, that only makes the most sense. And like if we go to the higher time frames, like we can see it's ranging. Like it's between this point and like this point. Like it's not breaking out, right? It did create the stairs, but it's still. Let me just draw that point again. Sorry. It's between that point and this point right here. Just complete and utter range. Just range. Right. So, I was very patient today. I didn't try to take any trades. I think I'm gonna have to just go to Friday here. I'll speed it up here and just here and just 40 it. Let's see what's gonna happen. The price looks like it's gonna break the top. Let's see. Whenever there's a brand new whenever there's like price coming into like, ooh, that was nice. That was a very nice push. I have it just before 9, eh? Okay, that was nice. Extremely nice. So yeah, that was like basically the trade that I was referring to. It's not retracing, but breaking out of this area, you'd get into this area right here. That's the trade that I was referring to, and it made sense in the higher time frames too. Clean candle to the left-hand side, clean candle to the left-hand side. On the 30-minute, I actually didn't draw it for some reason. I don't know. I didn't draw that top resistance. I don't know. But I did draw if price broke out of here, that we would yield some profit. You can see that with these lines right here. So I'll just zoom in. And it looks like, yeah, we're just continuing. This is 9:30. So that was like the 9:30 push. It gave us like a few extra ones to actually get to the top of that. Actually got to the very top of that after breaking out of this wick, which is something I'm also trying to do. I'm also trying to be able to read the higher time frames. Like, are we getting to this candle top right here? right? Which that candle top right there is more than likely like this is the top right here, right? So, and if I zoom in, it will probably show it. So those are things that I'm also working on, which we actually did get to that level. Oh wait, no, not yet. Not yet. It's just breaking out of tops. Oh, I just can't see it anymore, so I have to actually zoom out, and then yeah. So breaking out of that top is more than likely over here. I think I was drawing it on the 1 hour. That's accurately what I was doing. Let me check. That's yep, very accurate. I was drawing it on the 1 hour. So that's something that I'm trying to learn how to do, is read the daily candle and whatnot, read the higher time frames. So I'll just write down first trades and learn how to read higher time frames. So wicks, supports, resistance, rejecting support slash resistance, or breaking through. So these are all relevant stuff in the higher time frames. Support slash resistance. Very, very relevant stuff. Just as relevant in the 30-minute, because you have to be able to tell stories in the higher time frames and then break that down to lower time frames to say, hey, you know what, if this plays out, I'm gonna take this buy and we're gonna catch 30 pips. And there was like no retracement whatsoever. There was none. Once it broke out of here, there was no retracement. So obviously I had it going at like 40, but if it was at like 5 or 4 or 3 or something, then I would be able to cash this move and then there would be no retracement, leave my thing at break even, maybe secure some profits, leaving a runner to do the rest of the work for me, which is like total of 30 pips. So that can easily be like a $40 move, $80 move, $160 move, $320 move, easily be a $500, $1,000 move, like very easily, right? So these are stuff that I'm going to be looking for in the future. For now, I'm going to actually just call that a day. We are way outside of the trading area, way outside of it. Take care, until next time. Bye guys.